Hello, my name is Sarah Ness, and I'm a student at the University of South Carolina. I take pride in my ability to critically evaluate a topic, placing any preconceived notions or biases aside. So today, I ask you, when does a fetus become a person? Is it upon conception, upon birth, or somewhere in between? There are substantive arguments for each perspective, but my ethics lead me to defend abortion. I have been led to this conclusion through the analysis of three areas: pregnancy ethics, dependency, and human personal status. Helen Watt, a senior research fellow in Oxford, explores the topic of abortion in her book, The Ethics of Pregnancy, Abortion, and Childbirth. It is expressed that pregnancy ethics not only take consideration of the fetus, but the mother as well. Many arguments in this domain choose to focus on the fetus alone, prioritizing its rights over the person who houses it. The pregnant woman, although she may or may not have chosen to have this child within her, still has a substantive amount of rights. It is expressed by Watts that once we know the fetus is within the pregnant woman, we should accept that she is morally free, in every sense, to make such decisions as she wishes. Although this fetus is within the woman until its birth, there is no moral responsibility the woman has to take. A birth certificate signifies a newborn's name, gender, and date of birth, but it also signifies parentage. This is the point in time where the woman chooses to take responsibility. A pregnant woman's womb may protect the child, but it is overall just a generous offer from the woman. From the point of conception, a fetus becomes dependent on its mother. Watts expresses that many women experience a sense of blurred boundaries between self and other during pregnancy, but biological boundaries can be drawn. Just as during sexual intercourse and breastfeeding, there is a connection between two living subjects, but neither lose their identity. So, although the fetus and mother are sharing the same space, the fetus is still a separate entity. The fetus cannot make decisions of its own, so it does not have its own independent moral standing. However, the woman who houses it can make those decisions. This woman has rights that the fetus does not yet. This is further defended by the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, or the UDHR, as it states, "Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of a person." The definition of everyone is every person, not every potential person. Although security of a person is normally used in reference to unlawful imprisonment and cruel and unusual punishment, it can also be applied in the circumstances of abortion. This right prohibits unreasonable arrest or detention, which can also be applied in the sense of pregnancy. If a woman does not want to house a fetus, she should not deprive her liberty or detain her will in order to do so. But when does a fetus achieve full personal status, where it has the same rights as any other human being? From a legal standard, the UDHR expresses that all born children have the same social protection as everyone else. They are free and equal in dignity and rights. Therefore, they do not acquire these rights at conception. Watts further investigates this by posing the question, did we always have our current moral status, or was this status something we acquired gradually, or at a certain point? Therefore, we ask, are we ourselves, our bodies, or are we our experiences? It is reasonable to believe that we are just our living bodies, but our minds control our experiences. Our minds make up who we individually are, causing the movements that create the experiences. Watts states that many associate the rights and status of an individual very closely with their desires. So, upon conception, isn't it plausible to state that a fetus has not achieved full personal status? Birth is the point where a fetus feels its own individualism, becoming its own being when the umbilical cord is cut. After all, infants tend to cry after their first breath because of the shift from a wholly dependent environment within the womb to one where they have to breathe independently. In conclusion, after analyzing pregnancy ethics, dependency, and human personal status, I believe that unless a point of viability has been reached, every woman should have the choice to keep or abort a fetus. Pregnancy ethics express that a woman has no moral responsibility for a fetus because although it may be dependent on her, she has more rights than it. This is further defended by the fact that a fetus does not achieve personal status with rights until birth. Although you may agree or disagree with my argument, I stand to believe that every woman should have a choice. Thank you.